Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, wasn't just another city. Built on an artificial island in Lake Texcoco, it was a marvel of advanced engineering and urbanism. Imagine a city of over 200,000 people, cleaner and larger than most European cities of its time. This was Tenochtitlan. The city's infrastructure was ingenious. A network of canals formed a grid, intersected by causeways and dikes. This system not only managed freshwater, but also controlled flooding, a constant threat in a lake environment. Then there were the chinampas, often called floating gardens. These weren't floating at all, but rather raised beds of fertile soil that allowed for incredibly intensive agriculture. The Aztecs could harvest crops up to 3 times a year, feeding their massive population. Now let's journey to another part of the Americas, Amazonia. Forget the idea of a counterfeit paradise unsuitable for farming. The Amazon was, in fact, a carefully managed garden. Indigenous people created terra preta, or black earth. This wasn't just any soil, it was a human-made soil, rich in carbon, created by mixing charcoal biochar with bone and organic waste. The result? Soil that remains fertile for centuries, and which is now studied for its potential in climate change mitigation. Let's travel north to the Cahokia metropolis near modern-day St. Louis. This civilization left behind over 120 earthen mounds. Monk's Mound, the largest, has a base bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. This massive construction signifies a highly organized society and a complex labor force. But the story of these advanced civilizations takes a tragic turn. The fall of American societies wasn't simply a story of European conquest, but a systemic collapse triggered by biological factors. Between 1492 and 1600, a catastrophic pandemic swept through the Americas. It's estimated that 70% to 95% of the indigenous population perished in what is now called the Great Dying. Eurasia had become a pathogen incubator due to its long history of close contact with domesticated animals. The Americas, in stark contrast, were pathogen clean. The population lacked immunity, leaving them vulnerable to diseases like smallpox, measles, and the flu. The death of key figures, priests, engineers, record keepers, led to a devastating loss of knowledge. Dikes failed, markets collapsed, and irrigation systems fell into disrepair. It was a systemic failure on a grand scale. As the population plummeted, the managed landscapes, the farms and tended forests, began to revert back to wild growth. This rewilding had a surprising consequence. Some researchers believe that the massive regrowth of forests absorbed so much CO2 from the atmosphere that it contributed to the Little Ice Age in the 17th century. Later, when European explorers arrived, they didn't understand what they were seeing. They perceived pristine forests, unaware that they were standing on the ruins of a recently collapsed, human-managed world. So let's reevaluate history. In 1491, the Americas were not a new world waiting to be discovered, but a collection of ancient, complex civilizations, operating on intricately managed landscapes. They may not have prioritized iron or the wheel, partly due to the lack of suitable draft animals, but they achieved incredible feats. They reached molecular-level precision with obsidian and led the world in botany and hydraulic engineering. The European triumph was not solely due to superior technology. It was a combination of immunity advantage, strategic alliances with indigenous groups, and the devastating timing of the pandemics. Today, it's crucial to integrate indigenous knowledge and oral histories with genomic and archaeological data. This is how we can truly understand the full story of the Americas, not as a new world, but as the ancient and sophisticated one it truly was.